Hollywood stars, it's Mrs. Woram. We're going to pick up where we left off with our story, Wonder. So, we are learning about Julian's perspective and how everything is going on in his life. When he returned back after his 2-week suspension, we know that he wasn't really welcomed back by his peers, that during the retreat, the kids kind of really bonded with Augie and they are now connected with him and they notice that he's really a cool guy. He just may look different, which is kind of like that whole theme. Don't judge a book by its cover. So we're going to continue reading today, and it's actually a very, very short chapter. And then we kind of go into another part of the book. So today it's called Mr. Tushman, and literally that's how short it is. Mr. Tushman. That last month in school was awful. It's not like anyone was out and out mean to me, but I felt iced by Amos and Henry and Miles. I didn't feel popular anymore. No one really ever laughed at my jokes. No one wanted to hang out with me. I felt like I could disappear from school and nobody would miss me. Augie was walking down the hallways like some cool dude getting high-fived by all the jocks in the upper grades. Whatever. Mr. Tushman called me into his office one day. "How's it going, Julian?" he asked me. "Fine." "Did you ever write that apology letter I asked you to write?" "My dad says I'm leaving the school so I don't have to write anything," I answered. "Oh," he said, nodding. "I guess I was hoping you would want to write it on your own." "Why?" I said back. "Everyone thinks I'm this big dirtbag now anyway. What the heck is writing a letter going to accomplish?" "Julian, look, I know everyone thinks I'm this unfeeling kid who doesn't feel remorse," I said, using air quotes. "Julian," said Mr. Tushman. "No one." Suddenly, I felt like I was about to cry. So I just interrupted him. I'm really late for class, and I just don't want to get in trouble. So can I just go?" Mr. Tushman looked sad. He nodded, and I left his office without looking back. A few days later, we received an official notice from the school telling us that they had withdrawn their invitation to re-enroll in the fall. I don't think it really mattered since Dad had told them we weren't going back anyway. But we still haven't heard from the other school that I applied to. And if I didn't get into any of them, we had planned on my going back to the Beecher Prep. But now that was impossible. Mom and Dad were furious at the school, like crazy mad, mostly because they had already paid the tuition for next year in advance. The school wasn't planning on returning the money. See, that's the thing with private schools. They can kick you out for any reason. Luckily, a few days later, we did find out that I had gotten into my first choice private school, not far from where I lived. I'd have to wear a uniform, but that was okay. Better than having to go to Beecher Prep every day. Needless to say, we skipped the graduation ceremony at the end of the year. And that concludes today's chapter called Mr. Tushman. So hopefully you're seeing how Julian really isn't that great of a person. Kind of hurts though, because I truly do believe that everybody should be given a second chance in life, but he's kind of keep proving himself wrong, that he's not this great person and that he's very judgmental and he's not being kind to others. So when we take away from this book, I really hope that you can take away that when given a choice between doing what's right and kind, choose kind. This world needs a lot more kindness in it, and I hope that you feel that way too. All right, friends, I'm going to stop right there. We will pick up tomorrow, or actually Monday because it's Friday, on the word after and summer vacation. Until then, have a fantastic, wonderful weekend. Bye, friends.